because we still have to get the spaghetti in a little while. Because no,
yeah, because we do have to do that.
yeah, so we tend to overcook on everything because it gets ate.
Or eaten.
Or eaten. Well, whatever.
It's eaten.
Eaten. It gets eaten.
Ate is passed
I know, but
now,
I come from a part of the country where it's called ate.
Now, here's the perfect part. Now, this is not recyclable. This
is.
Probably is.
Yeah.
And this is perfect for
It's
composting.
for composting. You should never throw your stuff away. Compost it all. Because what you're doing is you are building, okay, composting, when we get to the new place, which hopefully is soon, we're going to make some composters for people to see, and every day we're going to be taking the stuff out.
Oh.
Here we're sort of trapped by space, but we're going to have composting. We're going to show you how to do it the cheap way.
Listen to it already.
Yeah, just got to let it steam.
Oh, I have to just sit there and wait for it?
Well, yeah, because we got to get it steamed down a little bit. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to put
the spaghetti in there otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm grabbing. Actually, here's my other.
Yeah, something. Never put metal into any pot. Always use plastic or wood. Preferably go buy a cheap wood thing to stir it with. Because a lot of plastic actually isn't plastic; it's covered.
Well, this is the one that I want right here.
Yeah.
This guy. The shape of it instead of a flat one. Okay. So I had to come in and check on this because even though you're steaming something, you still need to check it because in here, I'm not doing it with a double boiler where, well, let's say there's water underneath and you're just doing it steaming it or it's set up on one of those.
It's because we want
trays.
the juices.
That's right, because you've got that oil in here.
If you steam it over a double boiler, you don't get the juices.
That's right.
And as Guy Fieri said, it is the juices that is the most important thing to cook with.
Oh, that is true. Oh, actually, we've got some Guy Fieri, which we do have to share with you, and it includes some of his cooking tips.
Yep.
From the SEMA show. Oh, this looks
I think we have them bring the camera forward, and they can.
Oh, so they can see it.
They can see now.
Doesn't that looks good?
That really looks good right there. That's almost ready.
That's almost perfect because by the time you add the other stuff in.
Yep.
Okay, you know what we'll do in between that? Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is good. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I rinse this off?
When you clean things, you want to clean them with as little footprint as possible because you don't want to dump tons of water into the system.
Mm-hmm. This is almost ready on this. And that one's almost ready. It's 4 minutes and 20.
Isn't that amazing? We're cooking two dishes at exactly the same time.
You might as well.
Yeah, and both of them are going to come out at about exactly the same moment. So
the steaming is still continuing. We're getting a few things ready. We're going to add some cheese to it. Oh, remember we said leftover pasta?
Yeah.
Here's some leftover pasta. And since the spaghetti sauce has been sitting in it, it's very flavorful.
yeah, and when you make pasta, a lot of people will only make up as much pasta as they want to eat. But it's also thinking of environmentally. If you're using a little bit here, you're redoing the whole thing every single time.
Right, so if you actually make leftovers, you're actually being greener.
You're being green with leftovers because it also, this is nothing like it was. This pasta was made 3 days ago, and today it is unbelievable in the smell.
Ooh, okay. So the other part we have is cheese. Now, I could get some very expensive gourmet cheeses to show you, and one of the keys to really making gourmet food taste really good is the freshest ingredients.
Yep.
And they're always fresh and delicious. Well, all of us would like to be able to shop all the time and always get fresh ingredients, but let's be practical. It's not always possible.
Yeah. Well, I can also guarantee you some of the best cheese out there you can use to put nails in walls with. They're so hard.
So we also have, oh, okay, we'll show you the cheese. So on this, actually, we've got the tomatoes in here,
Yeah.
which we're gonna put in after this. We're just, take this, we're just dumping it inside. And I literally just dumping it inside. So it's actually warming up the pasta as we're going to go ahead and mix it up.
Yeah. And see, we managed to actually put in just enough, which is sort of unusual for us.
Well, this is the first time. It's not like, okay, so it still flops over.
Well, I know. Now, but generally, we really overdo because the recipes are all being done on the, we may have a recipe in front of us, but it's still being changed as we go along.
Do you notice that we changed the recipe? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, so, oh, that looks really good.
She's got all of these great little vegetables and stuff in it. And
oh, and I did put this on low.
yeah.
So I changed it because then the tomatoes, they're little great tomatoes, we're putting them in.
Because presentation, smell and presentation are two of the most important things upon gourmet cooking.
I also like lots of color.
Yeah, that's presentation. It's why do you think they do these little squiggles on top of the plates?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true.
I know.
Okay, so we're basically warming up the pasta after we mixed it all up.
That's all it is. I mean, now it's virtually done, except for putting your cheese on at the end. Because we got extra, we have leftover spaghetti sauce, which we could use or not use. I don't think it's going to be needed.
Well, the other thing is a lot of people have special plates that they can put their spoons on. What I usually take is either one of the dishes that I'm using to prepare the stuff, so all the ingredients and sauces.
So you can dump it right back in again.
Right, and then it goes back into whatever you're making.
Yeah.
Or this dish right here is one of the serving dishes that we'll be using, so I just use it to
Because in reality, we would probably, if most of the time, we'd probably be using this container to put things in, but because this container had to be the last thing in by virtue of the fact of the cooking, you know, you don't get to do it, but you still clean everything out of it, though.
Well, I could put this in there, rested in there too.
Yeah, but
Let's see.
then it's almost, you know, it's getting done. So look at that. And see how quick it is. This is you know, it's like a 20-minute dish, and let's see, that should be our.
Now, I don't know about you, but I am ready for this Mediterranean spaghetti. As you can see, the cheese is melted over the top.
Oh, look at how warm that is.
Oh, look at that. This one's got the extra cheese on it, so if anybody, whoever really likes extra cheese, this is for you. That looks good.
So you don't have.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta taste it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that one's for me.
But if you see, the spaghetti, the cheese did melt, even those great big gobs.
Well, you can see the grated ones, see?
Yeah.
Right here.
They're grated and.
The grated ones give it a more delicate taste than do. Well, you know, we wanted to try putting that cheese sauce on top of it.
Because we had it. It melted in.
Oh, this is good. Okay, ready? Mmm.
Yes, from the time it was started to the time it came there, it was less than a half hour also.
Yeah, and most of it was time spent
Preparing.
the vegetables. If you worked with frozen vegetables,
The time is just a fraction.
yeah, because you're just working with defrosting. But I always like working with fresh vegetables when I can. But I guess you could work with canned vegetables too.
Yeah. But this is our leftover. So, there you go.
Mediterranean spaghetti. You'll have to join us for this. But this is not a spring chick.
And this is old Ken standing back here waiting to go eat.
I know, he's getting anxious. He's like, we're not even ready to close. Anyway, we're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And for more information, you can go to www.montybubbles.net on the internet. And thank you once again for 20 million links on the internet. Ciao for now.